Hello, happy Wednesday. You guys should all have a quiz one, review two. You guys can use this on your quiz, so make sure that you take any notes that you're going to need. And then I'll have these graded and passed back to you by Friday. You guys are taking your test on Friday. Okay, so again, you can use this, so write as many or as little notes as you would need. Over on the board, I will also have the notes just in case. I'm going too fast in the video, feel free to pause, whatever, to copy those down, because I know sometimes with the coordinates, it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so if we're looking at this very first one, was all about reflection. So reflect this across the x-axis. Okay, so the x-axis is here. And so we're going to reflect all of the points across that. And if you remember, U is still on U, so this is going to be U prime. V is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away from that line. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So that's going to be V prime. And T is 1 unit, so you're going to go 1 unit. So this is T prime. Okay? And so our new picture, or the reflection across that X line, is going to be here. Okay. If you look at number 3, it says reflect across the y equals 2 line. Okay, so we're going to find where y equals 2, okay, which is going to be here. So every point is going to get reflected across that line. Okay, and because U is, again, on the line, it's still going to be on the line, so U prime. Okay, the R is 1 unit away from the line, so we're going to go 1 unit away from the line. Okay, S is 1, 2, so you're going to go 1, 2. T is 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my new reflection. Okay, so the first 4 are all reflections, okay? So essentially the shape is getting flipped, okay? 5 starts translations, where the shape is gonna look the exact same. We just took it from this part of the paper and shifted it over or up or down, okay? And so if we look at number 5, it says shift it to the right 5 units and 4 units down. So we're gonna go to the right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be my new D prime. Okay, see, we're going to go to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be my C prime, and ignore all these little dots my marker makes. Okay, B, we're going to go to the right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be my B prime. And E is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be my E prime. Okay, so you can see that this is exactly the same shape. I just shifted it over and then down. Okay? So those are all translations. Okay, 7, it goes to the right 1 unit and up 7 units. So we're going to go to the right 1 and then up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to be my R prime. To the right 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Q prime. Right 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. P prime, and then S over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can, just a quick reminder, all 4 of your dots, or 5 or 3, however many you're working with, should all fit. So like if Q was over here, something's not right, okay? They should all fit on the graph. If they don't, then something's wrong, okay? I wouldn't have gave you a graph to fit on there if they didn't fit on there. So make sure that when you're counting, because obviously you can't go, maybe if it said 9 units up, well, we can't go 9 units up because R would be then off the grid. Okay, so make sure that it's fitting on the paper. Okay, these for the translation, if you recall, for the X, Okay, for the X here, if it's a plus, it's going to the right. Okay, if it's a minus, it's going left. On this part, for the Y's, if it's a plus, it's going up. If it's a minus, it's going down. Okay, so if you don't remember that, please write the notes down. Okay, so this says -3, -3. So we're gonna go left 3 and down 3 for every time. So left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be my new R prime. Left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be my S prime. T is gonna be left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 3, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be my T prime. Okay, so again, we can see this is exactly the same shape. Okay, no changes have been made. It's just took it and shifted it on the paper. Okay, 11 says +1 and a -3. So plus is gonna go to the right one. A -3 is gonna go down 3. So right 1, down 3. So right 1 and then 1, 2, 3, down 3. So it's gonna be V prime. Right 1, 1, 2, 3. T prime. And U prime. Okay, we got 6 left. Okay, 13. It asks you to write a rule to describe each translation. So they're just asking you to go from the regular letter to the prime. Okay, so if we look, I'm trying to go from here to here. Okay, this is my start and this is my finish. Okay, and we need to find a rule. And it doesn't matter if I start from H, G, I, or J. You just pick one and go from there. Okay, so we always have to do the left and right first. So it went to the right 2. Sorry, I couldn't think. So right 2. And then we went 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 4. Okay, so we always got to do left and right first. Okay, so maybe write yourself a rule. Do left or right first, and then up or down go second. Okay. So if we're looking at 15, we go from D to D prime. And again, you can pick any letter. Okay. Well, left and right, okay, I'm trying to go from here to here. Left and right was 0. So we're not going to write that one because nothing happened. Okay. You could write left or right 0. It doesn't matter. But we did go up 2. Okay, 17, the rotations. These ones you will absolutely 100% need. So if it's 180 degrees, my XY is going to go -X, -Y. Okay, so we leave them in their spots, but you're going to change the signage. Okay, so I hate to say negative because if it's already a negative, it's going to be a positive. Okay, so change the signs. Okay, 90 degrees for XY is going to be -Y, X. Okay, so we change, you flip-flop them, and then change the sign on the first one. Okay, and the 90 is probably the hardest of the two, just because of that. Okay, so make sure that you have that. So your very first step is going to be to find the coordinates. Okay, so remember, if you go left or down, you need a negative. Okay, so we always start at 0, 0. So for D is going to be left 2, so -2, up 0. B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, left 4, up 1, 2, 3. And C is going to be left 1, 2, 3, up 5. Okay, now this is 180. So 180 says change the signs. Okay, So we're gonna keep our numbers there. This is gonna be 2, 0, 4, 3, 3, 5. Okay, I already know those are gonna be the numbers because they stay in the same spots. We're gonna change the signs though. So this was a -2, so it needs to be a +2. Okay, 0 is still 0. This was a -4, so it needs to be a +4. So that looks good. This was a 3, so it needs to become a -3. This was a -3, so it needs to become a +3. And then this was a +5, so it needs to become a -5. And so now we have all our coordinates, and so now it's ready to be graphed. Okay, so 2, 0, so 1, 2 on 0. This is going to be D prime. B is going to be 4, -3, 1, 2, 3. And C is going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, -5. Okay, and so this is my new shape. We got 3 left. Okay, 19, our very first step, we're going to find all the coordinates. Okay, so T is going to be right 1, up 0. F is going to be 1, 2, 3, down 3, so 3, -3. V is going to be left 2, so -2, down 5. And U is going to be left 3, down 1. So -3, -1. Okay, and again, these ones are the hardest out of all of them. Okay, so this goes X, Y. And we needed to say -y, X. Or change the sign. Okay, so my Y is 0, so we're going to put it in the first spot and then change the sign. And my X is going to stay the same. Of whatever it is. If it's negative, it's going to be negative. If it's positive, it's going to be positive. So we don't change the sign on the 1. Okay. My Y is -3, so we need to change the sign. So it's going to become a +3, and my X stays the same. My Y is -5, so it's going to become a +5, and my X stays the same, so it's going to be -2. My Y is -1, so it's going to become a +1, and then my X stays the same, so it's still going to be -3. Okay, so it's going to look like 0, 1, 0, 1. It's going to be my T prime. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be my S prime. 5, -2 is B prime. 1, 1, 2, 3, -3 is going to be my U prime. Okay, 21, these are dilations. So if you remember, if it's above a 1, it's going to be an enlargement. If it's smaller than 1, it's going to be a reduction. So this one I can already tell you is going to be an enlargement because the number is 4. And so we're going to go through and find the coordinates first. So I is going to be 1, 1. J is going to be 1, -1. And H is going to be -1, -1. And so we need to multiply every single number by whatever it tells us. So in this case, it's 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. -1 times 4 is -4. And this one's easy because there's a lot of 1s. Okay, -1 times 4 is going to be -4, and -1 times 4 is going to be -4. Okay, and so for the I, we got over 4, up 4. J is going to be 4, -4. And H is going to be -4, -4. Okay, so this was and I missed mine a little bit, but there's a pretty massive enlargement there, okay? So, okay, and then last one is a 0.25. So this is going to be a reduction. It's less than 1. It's going to be a reduction. So we're still going to go through and find all our coordinates. So Q is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. R is going to be 2, 0. S is going to be 1, negative 3. And P is going to be negative 2, negative 2. Okay, so we're going to take each one of these and multiply by 0.25. Okay, so 0 times 0.25 is still 0. 3 times 0.25. Okay, and if you get a fraction on your calculator, which you will, you're going to hit the SD button and convert it. So this is 0.75. Okay, 2 times 0.25 is 0.5. 0 times 0.25 is 0. 1 times 0.25 is 0.25. 3 times, or negative 3 times 0.25 is going to be negative 0.75. Negative 2 times 0.25 is negative 0.25. And negative 0.25. Okay, now, I cannot see if you're exactly on 0.25. So as long as you're somewhere between 0 and 1, we're going to have to call it good. Okay, so Q is going to be, and I'm not even going to label these QR or whatever. So 0.75 is going to be my Q. R is going to be a half. And 0. S is going to be 0.25. And then down 0.75, so it's going to be my S. And then my P is going to be negative 0.25, negative 0.25. So it's going to be my P. Okay, so my shape is really, really small. Okay, so as long as it's somewhere within that really small marker, it's fine. Okay, you guys have 12 to do on your own. Go through and get your 12 done. Tomorrow we'll work on review 2. And then Friday you guys are going to take your test. Okay, so I will see you guys Thursday.